We have $50,000 for our kitchen renovation. 6 months later, they spent $75,000 and still don't have a finished kitchen. Sound familiar? Renovation budgets are like diet. Everyone starts with good intentions, but most people end up way over their target. After managing hundreds of renovations over the last 15 years, I've seen every budgeting mistake possible. I've also heard exactly how to create realistic budgets that actually work. The families who stay on budget don't just get lucky. They follow specific strategies to prevent cost overruns. I'm going to show you exactly how to budget a renovation without breaking the bank, because a realistic budget is the foundation of a successful project. The 50-30-20 rule for renovations. Most people budget like this. We have $50,000, so we'll spend $50,000. Wrong approach. Use the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for planned renovation costs, 30% for upgrades and improvements that you want during the project, 20% for unexpected issues and contingencies. So if you have a $50,000 budget available, you should budget $25,000 for your initial renovation. Expect about $15,000 in upgrades and reserve another $10,000 for surprises. This seems conservative, but it's realistic. Every renovation has surprises. Every client wants to upgrade when they see possibilities they didn't understand before construction. The families who budget this way finish happy and on budget. The ones who spend every dollar available upfront are always stressed and end up over budget. Renovation costs have 3 layers most people don't understand. Layer 1, direct costs, material, labor, and permits. This is what most people budget for. Layer 2, indirect costs, temporary housing, storage, eating out, utility disruptions. These add 10 to 15% to your total cost. Layer 3, opportunity costs, time off of work, stress, relationship strain. The real cost, even if they don't show up in invoices. Here's an example. $40,000 kitchen renovation with direct cost of $40,000. Indirect cost of $6,000, including eating out, temporary kitchen setup. Opportunity cost, $4,000 of time off of work and decisions while they're supposed to be in meetings. True cost, over $50,000. Budget for the true cost, not just the contractor's invoice. The priority pyramid approach. Not everything in the renovation is equally important. Use the priority pyramid. Must-haves. This should be 60% of your budget. These include safety issues, functional problems, code compliance. These aren't negotiable. Should-haves. 30% of your budget. These are improvements that significantly enhance function or value. Good investments, but not critical. Nice-to-haves. This should be 10% of your budget. These are aesthetic things, upgrades if you will, that don't affect any real function. These should also be the first things to cut if your budget gets tight. Let's take this kitchen for an example. Must-haves, new electrical, plumbing repair, functional layout. Should-have, quality cabinets, efficient appliances, good lighting. Nice-to-have, decorative tile, premium hardware, a wine fridge. This approach ensures you get what you need even if you can't afford everything you want. Most people get 1 quote and assume it's accurate. Smart budgeters get 3 quotes and understand what drives the differences. Quote 1, detail, comprehensive, includes everything. Quote 2, basic, meets minimum requirements. Bid 3, premium, includes upgrades, high-end finishes. This gives you a range, minimum cost, realistic cost, dream cost. Also research material costs independently. Know what things actually cost so you can evaluate each quote intelligently. Spend time in showrooms understanding the difference between $5 a square foot tile and $15 a square foot tile. Both might look similar in photos, but feel very different in person. If your dream renovation exceeds your budget, consider phasing the work. Phase 1, address safety and functional issues. Phase 2, complete the basic renovation. Phase 3, add all the upgrades and nice-to-haves later. Here's a perfect example we can use. Let's take a bathroom renovation. Phase 1, fix the plumbing leaks, electrical and safety issues. Phase 2, putting the heating elements underneath the floors in preparation of your tile. Making sure that all the structural things are ready so that when you get to Phase 3, you can now put the nice-to-haves. That's the premium tile, the new fixtures, maybe even a bidet to be able to come in there and use. This approach lets you live in your space while saving for upgrades. It also lets you see how actually use the space before making final decisions. Every renovation has hidden costs. Budget for those up front. Permits and inspections, $500 to $2,000, depending on the scope and how many times you have to get something inspected. Temporary living arrangement, hotels, eating out, storage. Utility disruptions, generator rental, temporary services, cleanup and disposal, dumpster rentals, debris removal, touch-up work, paint, minor repairs after construction, landscaping repair. drainage from equipment and materials. These costs are predictable if you plan for them. They're budget busters if you don't. How you finance your renovation affects your total cost. Cash, it's the cheapest option if you have it, but depletes emergency funds. Home equity loan, fixed rate, predictable payments, tax advantage. Personal loan, quick approval, but generally at higher interest rate. Credit cards, the most expensive option, only for a small project. Refinance cash out, good rates, but closing costs and longer terms. Factor financing costs into your budget. A $50,000 renovation financed at 7% over a 10-year period actually makes your cost $69,000. Also consider timing, interest rate, contract availability, and material costs all fluctuates. Create a system to track actual costs against the budget if your contractor doesn't do it for you. Weekly budget reviews compare actual spending to planned spending. Change order tracking, document all the changes and their cost impact. Contingency monitoring, track how much contingency budget actually remains. And then at the end, you need to do a final reconciliation and understand where your money actually went. Use spreadsheets or apps, but track everything. Small overruns add up quickly. Also track time and stress costs. This helps you better make decisions on future projects. Successful renovation budgets aren't about having unlimited money. They're about making smart decisions with whatever money you have. The key is realistic planning, thorough research, and disciplined execution. What's your biggest budgeting challenge for your renovation? Drop a comment and let me know what you're struggling with. If you're planning a renovation in Houston and want help creating a realistic budget, give us a call. We'll help you understand true costs and make smart decisions about where to invest your money. Because a good budget isn't just about controlling costs, it's about getting the results you really want without financial stress.